What is going on, SoFi fans? Welcome back to Financial Journey. I want to give you a good breakdown and overview of things that you need to know for this upcoming week, and also some breaking news that just came out and what that means for SoFi and us as investors. Before I get into any of that, making sure you guys hit that thumbs up is always greatly appreciated. With that, let's get right to it. So hopefully everyone's having an amazing weekend thus far. I want to start off by talking about that breaking news. So the court is currently temporarily blocking Biden's student loan forgiveness. And coming from SoFi's point of view, or even us as investors, we don't really care if the feds pay for that or cancel that $10,000 in student debt, because we're still getting our money one way or another, whether it be through the feds or through the students. Either way, we are getting our money, and it is starting to kick back in on January the 1st. But what this article does talk on is hypothetically now, because of it being blocked, Biden might technically pause the unpaused, if that's making sense. So hypothetically, it might get extended as far as the pause, but still, as crazy as that sounds, it might become reality. So coming from an investor standpoint, that might be something for just to pay attention to in the grand scheme of things, because hypothetically, every time that Biden did extend the pause, at least one quarter, SoFi lost between around 30 to 50 million in overall interest that we potentially could get for revenue. So let me know your thoughts on that. This might give a little bit more volatility starting on Monday, but still, let me know your thoughts on that. When it comes down to some fundamentals, I just want to talk on what is coming out this week and might give a little bit more volatility in SoFi. So as you can see, this is all the economic data that is coming out. In reality, it's just Thursday and Friday. Thursday is going to be the GDP, so that is going to be a very interesting time. As you can even see, it is anticipated to go up, so that might be a very positive thing on a quarter-by-quarter basis. Outside of that, we do have PCE coming out on Friday, and in that regard, though, it is anticipated to go up. So when that does go up, that's not always a good sign. So hopefully both economic data points come out very positive for us as investors, giving us a nice momentum leading into our upcoming earnings. So that's a very positive thing. One thing as well I've been really watching and monitoring is what is happening on the secondary market and also the dark pool. So this is all the transactions from SoFi just from Friday alone. So a lot of big money has been getting in. So you see 1.15 million, but this is all the transactions just from Friday. So again, when it comes down to it, this is by no means what we're used to, but it is a nice change of events. It definitely goes to show that big money is really looking at SoFi in a very positive light. So that is one good aspect about SoFi. And outside of this, though, a lot of institutions are still submitting their 13Fs, disclosing their positions in SoFi, and it has been fairly mixed. So you do see a lot closing out their position, or at least reducing it. On the contrary, though, you do see a lot of other ones increasing their positions. As I always say, the first week in November, so this is why November is going to be a very interesting month for SoFi, is because we have our earnings. We also have midterms. We have the feds on the 2nd making their interest rate decision, and also a lot of the big players in SoFi are submitting their 13Fs. A lot of big things is all coming at once, so that is a very positive thing, at least in my opinion, majority of which I do feel is going to be very much positive. So let me know your thoughts on that. I do want to give you a breakdown of short interest, because I think a lot of articles lately have been talking about short interest and SoFi and why that is something for us as investors to really watch for. Keep in mind, though, I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own due diligence at the end of the day. As of right now, there's $486 million worth of shorts out there, and it is and has reduced roughly about 41% over the last 3 months. So as I've been saying, shorts have really closed out their positions quite significantly with SoFi, mostly because we've gone to a really low point where in reality we're very close to our intrinsic value, if not already below that. So let me know your thoughts on that. Short score is currently 70. The higher the number, the higher the likelihood of a squeeze happening. Utilization is 82.71, so that's definitely something to watch for. But right now there is currently 12.27% for short interest, and as of Friday, 1.14 million shares were returned. So that's always a very good positive bullish signal that I love to see, especially more so when the market is starting to rally. It goes to show that shorts truly are scared. So let me know your thoughts on that in the comments below. Right now, there still is, though, 95.93 million shares that are being shorted. So that is still pretty up there if you ask me. Cost to borrow is very minimal, so it's no real point in talking about that. It is 1.43%, and that is a annual rate. So hypothetically, someone could hold for a year and only be charged roughly about 2%, give or take. So by no means a squeezable option in that regard. And looking at the technicals, Friday was a very big day for SoFi because we did transition from the lower to the higher percentile of the Bollinger Band. Still well below all the pivotal moving averages. Stochastic, you do see a little bit more of a bearish, oddly enough, bearish indicator. So the red line above the black, currently it is at 44. RSI is also at 46. The momentum, number of retail investors have been really maintaining and getting in SoFi, so that's a very positive sign. So if you do couple the higher volume lately, definitely goes to show that a lot of retail presence and also institutions have been getting in. Like I mentioned at the very beginning, through the dark pool and through the secondary market, a lot more big money has been getting in. So that is a very big sign, especially more so if you are one of the investors that absolutely loves to follow what big money is doing. They are buying SoFi, plain and simple. So overall this week, we do have a lot of good opportunities coming this week through the PCE and GDP that could give us a nice momentum. In addition, it will be very interesting to see how SoFi reacts to this news about possibly a pause being unpaused or whatever, if I'm saying that correctly. You guys get what I'm saying. So hopefully that doesn't result in anything. If they do just block Biden's student loan forgiveness, it doesn't mean anything to us as investors. We only care about if it gets paused once again. That's just where we lose money. If they're just canceling this forgiveness, we don't care. We're just still going to get our money at the end of the day, effective on January the 1st. So a very interesting time period all happening, and also technicals are looking very much positive. So that's a nice change of events. With all that, don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe, is always greatly appreciated. If you do like my channel and support the growth, take a look at my memberships, link in the description below, or just hit the join button at the bottom of the screen. With that, I appreciate you guys watching. Let's all make a lot of money on SoFi.